Hello, boys and girls, this is Adeshil, of course, and welcome back to another World of Tanks replay. This time we're in the Tier 5 T1 Heavy, obviously an American heavy tank. I would say this is probably amongst the top 5 best heavy tanks. It's not great at Tier 5 for a heavy, but it's definitely good enough to have a lot of fun in it, especially the gun. The armor in this puppy is quite okay, it's kind of mediocre. The turret itself has pretty good armor. I believe it's about 110 or 115 in the front, 83 in the sides and 83 in the back. So the best way of playing this tank is actually kind of just peeking over hills and crests, and side scraping isn't really a strong suit of this tank because it only has 83 armor in the front and 53 in the sides and the back when it comes to the whole armor. So side scraping isn't the best thing, but like I said, the gun is very good. You have 3 seconds reload time, you do 128 alpha damage and 115 penetration, meaning that you can deal well over 300 damage per 10 seconds, meaning that you can do a lot of damage quickly if you have tanks where you have a clear shot on them and where you can penetrate. It's definitely a nice tank, without a doubt, especially since it's quite accurate as well. Quite enjoyable, so to say. But like I said, side scraping isn't this tank's strong suit, so I would definitely recommend you guys playing this tank kind of like a strong turret TD, like a tank destroyer, because the gun is so good you should use it at the maximum ability, and only showing your turret is definitely the best way of going, since you have about almost 30 millimeters extra armor in it compared to the whole armor in the front, and since you also have good side armor on the turret, you got the same amount as the hull actually has in the front, 83 armor both on the sides and the back of the turret. You definitely want to use that to your best effect. When it also comes to ranking up this tank, its bigger brother, I don't remember the name of it, I believe it's like the T5 or T6 heavy. It's pretty much the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at remembering all the tank names. I mean, shit, there's over 100 tanks in this game by now. But the Tier 7 big brother of this tank is just great. I believe it's like the, oh, what is it, T29 or T27? Excuse me again for not remembering. You guys are probably gonna correct me in the comment section. You guys are great at that. And don't think I'm saying that sarcastically, because I actually don't mind being corrected when I'm wrong. I hate, though, being corrected by people that think they're right, but they're actually wrong. So don't worry, if you know you're right, don't fear telling me you're about what you're talking about or thinking about, because hell, I love that kind of stuff. I mean, just look at the talk I had about the Archer in the Valentine video. I mean, I had no clue it went quicker backwards. I had no damn clue at all. I was so happy when you guys told me that, because going 12 kilometers an hour in that tank forward is just a pain in the ass. That is so slow, but backwards it makes about 32 kilometers an hour, and that's definitely better than okay. That's quite okay for a tank destroyer. The T1 Heavy also, with the upgraded engine, is quite quick. As you can see, you easily get up to 35 plus on this thing, especially if it's a little bit downhill. That makes it quite maneuverable as well, and I think that has to do a lot with the engine being quite big to begin with, but also the armor being quite weak in the tank overall. I mean, like 53 armor on the sides of the hull and 83 in the front. That is not much, but obviously you can't have super much armor on a tank that is this big and boxy, and that's also one of the biggest issues with it, that if you want to try to move around where you can't hide the body and the body is exposed, you're gonna get a lot of shots, you're gonna get a lot of damage done to you. But this match, I'm just incredibly lucky. I mean, the enemy just misses, and there, if the Herzer wouldn't have used HE there, he probably would have done like 300 damage to me in that shot. Instead, he just did like barely 100. So definitely getting lucky. We're up to 1825 damage and 4 kills. Quite happy about that. We might actually have done a little bit more damage. I'm not quite sure, because I think I took 1 or 2 shots on tanks that weren't spotted. And there we go, we pick up the last kill. So 5 kills, not too bad, me likey. So we got ourselves a high caliber, we got ourselves a bruiser, we got ourselves fire for effect, also master gunner, fighter, and master a badge ace tanker, of course. 1837 damage, so we did not shoot a tank, we did not spot, and we did 215 support damage, so to say, and only 3 shots that we hit didn't penetrate, so that's not too bad. Let's look at another replay. This was a quite good one as well. Definitely, like I said, I definitely like this tank. It's not bad at all, especially with such a nice gun. It's especially lovely when you play versus tanks your own tier, so tier 5 and lower. It's just so much fun to play then, because when you start going up against the better Russian tanks at tier 6 and 7, and also Americans, it's really difficult to penetrate with this tank, but at this skill level, or at this tier level, so to say, it is quite enjoyable to play it. It's quite quick, like I said. The gun is good, the armor is okay at least, so you will bounce a few shots now and then, but not too many, like I've said before. So we got a quite good matchup here. I'm 1 out of 3 heavies on our team, and they also only have 3 heavies on their team. That's quite good. They have 4 tank destroyers, and we as well, and those are the ones you want to kind of watch out for, but we already have one of the tank destroyers here going a little bit too aggressive. They're, oh god, what is it? The M8A4, that's the one before the Hellcat, right? If I'm not quite mistaken. No, wait, it's the Archer next, or something like that, and then the Hellcat. I believe so, at least. Man, it's so long since I played the Hellcat. The Hellcat is still one of the tanks I've done the absolutely most wins with. I think I have like 79% win ratio with the Hellcat, and I have played over 200 matches with it. Did sell it though a long time ago, so I don't have it any longer. I'm right now at the... what's this? A T90 tier 9? Oh no, that's not it. Oh, the Wolverine is the tier 5 one. Never mind. Man, I said the Archer. That's the British tier 5 tank destroyer. Pretty much exactly the same as the Wolverine. It's kind of borrowed from the American line, I believe. But yeah, we're pushing up here. We already got 2 kills on the Electro and the M84, and now we pick up that poor little Wolverine, and now we go for the KV1. I try to angle my armor. He is going for the front for some reason still, so I pick up another easy kill. We have 1129 damage done. I focus on the M3 Lee because I know I'm going to penetrate him, and I know that his gun is actually good enough to penetrate me. So I rather kill him first since he has the least health, but has a gun that's just as good as the KV1, or almost at least, I would say. The M3 Lee is actually a really crappy tank, except for the gun. The gun on it is pretty much exactly just as good as the gun on the T1 Heavy, so you gotta kind of watch out for it. Having some issues penetrating the KV1 for sure. Sadly don't get the kill on that, but I don't know if I really deserved it. I only did like 200-300 damage to it, so it didn't exactly do super well. We're definitely doing good here. Our team got 11 kills, the enemy only got 4. I'm still on more than 50% of my health. I would say that's about 60+% of my health left. I go for the Cupola, of course, on the KV1 Sport. He has the Derp gun, I believe. Is that 110 or is it 105, or maybe it's even 120mm? I think that might be the 120mm howitzer actually on the KV1S, so I don't have to fear it that much. Enemy picks him up. At least we did a bunch of damage. We're up to 1940 damage. It's only 2 tanks left, and now it's just the Arty left. Oh, there's the Arty. Oh, we get the finishing kill on him, so we're up to 2000 plus damage and 5 kills. Very nice. Let's see if we did any penetrations. Yeah, maybe we didn't actually. We got a lot of nice badges though. Sharpshooter, we got Fighter, we got, of course, Mastery Ace badge. We did really well. We got twice as much damage as the second best on our team, and more than twice enough, or more than twice the amount of damage compared to the best enemy team player. So quite happy with that indeed. We got 70% win ratio with it, with 20 battles. Pretty damn good, and we're getting close to a nice little star on our gun as usual. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.